leader for the 2024 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrow! As I said, the team arrive in our world famous Diamond Line, training our red, white and blue at over 450 miles per hour. As Red One pulls them up, just indicates to me they're doing a full show. As Reds 8 and 9 move left and right, converting into 9 arrows. Reaching a height of over 5.5 to 6,000 feet over the top of that loop. Red One starts to bring the team around to the left, and for this year we have a new team leader. New Red One, that is squad leader John Bond, known as Bundy. Bundy's been in the team previously for 5 years. He took a year out in 2023 before coming back this year as Red One, the team leader. He's a former Typhoon pilot, former qualified flying instructor on the Tucano, where he was the Tucano display pilot in 2012. In from the left, the smoke will come on for Big Vixen! There are actually 11 pilots in the Red Arrows. You have Reds 1 through 9 displaying in front of you today. Myself, Red 10, former Tornado DR4 pilot, former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk, Team Mark 2 based at RAF in Anglesey. And of course we have Red 11, who's our officer commanding Red Arrows, that's Wing Commander Adam Collins. Former Tornado DR4 pilot and flew the F-111 while on exchange with the Australian Air Force. Reds 8 and 9 now making their way rearwards, and in June of this year we celebrated and commemorated Operation Overlord, which was of course the storming of the Normandy beaches by Allied forces. In commemoration to all those that took part in the campaign, this is Spitfire Roll. On the right of Red 1 is Red 2, that's squad leader Chris McCann. Chris, originally from St Helens, he's a former Tornado GR4 pilot, and he flew with 617, the Dambuster Squadron, where he actually got an Air Force Cross for his service on operations over Afghanistan. And Chris would like to say hello to his wife, his children and his mum, who are here today at Southport. His opposite number on the left-hand side is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Dustin Wales, known as Dusty. Originally from Zimbabwe, former Typhoon pilot with 11 Squadron and instructor on 29 Squadron, and also part of 41 Squadron, the Test and Evaluation Squadron. Reds 4 and 5, now smokers either side of that centre section, make their way rearwards. And November 2023, it celebrated the 20th anniversary of the final flight of one of the most iconic aircraft in aviation history. As the team roll out, there is no mistaking the wonderful shape of the majestic and the iconic. This is Concorde. Once again, Red 1 pulls the team up at over 450 miles per hour, showing the expertise of the pilots looping its formation. And to make it even more difficult, you can now see Reds 8 and 9 changing the formation from Concorde to Cygnus. The aircraft slowed to approximately 120 miles per hour over the loop, which makes the controls a lot less effective. The pilots working extremely hard to maintain that formation. They now start to accelerate to 200, 300 back to that 400 miles per hour as Red 1 brings the Cygnus around to the left. now see the wings of the Scenic flexing forward as all the aircraft start to move up alongside Red 1, and Red 6 and 7 split towards the rear. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready for the colourful Phoenix! In the middle of that right wing is Red 4. That's right, Lieutenant Ollie Sutcliffe. Ollie is in his second year on the team. He was Red 4 last year, and he remained as Red 4 and took up a role affectionately known as Uncle Enid. That means he's a mentor, works alongside Red 1 in all in winter training to ensure that the new pilots maintain and attain the standards required of a Red Arrows pilot. You now see Reds 8 to 9 make their way rearwards, and the team will form two distinctive rows. As Red 1 continues to come around from the right, the smoke will come on for the chevron roll. On that front row, all the way on the left-hand side, is Red 5, Flight Lieutenant George Hobday. George is also in his first year on the team, 8 former Typhoon pilots with 11 squadrons based at RAF Coningsby. George has also taken part in operations over Syria and Iraq, as well as the Eastern European Air Policing Patrol in the face of the aggressive Russia. But the Red Arrows are not just about the pilots. In addition to the 11 pilots, we have a team of over 140 personnel. 120 of them are the engineers, the logisticians, the PR, and they are known as the Blues, named as because of the colour of their blue flying coveralls. And at our PR tent, there are a number of Blues here today, so pop along, say hello, have a chat, and find out what they do on the team. You'll see now Reds 8 and 9 falling trail coming in from the left, one of the most popular, if not the most popular manoeuvre we fly. We've kept it in for 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras ready for the Tornado! The abort call is made by Red 9 as Reds 8 and 9 roll around the rest of the formation. Watch for the colour change as Red 1 flies the team down the line.
A little bit left. Now. Oh.
In that particular manoeuvre, you'll see the front section, they fly with their air brakes out. That's a small door at the bottom of the aeroplane towards the rear. This has a twofold effect. The first one means the pilots fly with a higher throttle setting, and thereby producing a hotter engine gas temperature, which makes the colours burn a lot more brightly. In addition, it disturbs the airflow outside the back of the aeroplane and makes the smoke billow and be fuller a lot more, and therefore in certain displays and certain manoeuvres we use it to enhance those manoeuvres during the display. As Red 1 continue to bring them around to the left, this will be your final time to catch the Red Arrows in our iconic Diamond 9 formation before we start the second half. So once again, coming in from the right, the smoke will come on. It's the 2024 Red Arrows.
Hold on. Go. Coming right. Now. Holding forward. Okay.
As we go into the second half, you'll now see a manoeuvre that's not been closed since 2003. It's the 5-4 split. The team will now break down to two distinct sections. You have Enid off to the right hand side, That's Reds 1 through 5, named after Enid Blyton's famous 5 from the children's books. And you have Reds 6, 7, 8 to 9 off to the left. They're known as Hannah, named after squadron leader Ray Hannah. One of the first members of the Red Arrows, the only team leader to lead the team for 4 years. He took the team from a 7-ship to a 9-ship and formed our trademark Diamond 9. Hannah from the left, Enid from the right, for the 5-4 cross. Keep your eye on Enid to the left-hand side. The Red Arrows were formed in 1964 with our first public display in 1965. We were actually formed from 3 different teams. We had the Red Pelicans, the Black Arrows and the Yellow Jacks. We took the red from the Red Pelicans, the arrows from the Black Arrows to give us our name, and we took the aircraft from the Yellow Jacks. And in tribute to that aircraft, from the right, the smoke will come on. Enid flying the Gnat.
Motor start.
Red Arrows flew the Gnat right the way up until 1980, when we took control of the Hawk T Mark 1, which is the actual aircraft that we are still flying today. The Hawk is 50 years old this year, an extremely agile and nimble aircraft, and is perfect for the job what the Red Arrows do. As Enid leads to the left, look directly to your front, you can see the nose lights of Hannah making their way forward. Reds 8 and 9, smoking red and blue for the Hannah break. Off to our right-hand side. Hannah formation and the synchro pair are led by the synchro leader. He's off to our right, smoking white. That's Flight Lieutenant Stuart Roberts. Stu is in his 3rd and final year on the team. A former Typhoon pilot with 11 and 12 squadron, based at RAF Coventry in Lincolnshire. Each pair of aircraft will now dive down to only 100 feet above the beach. They'll have a closed speed of over 800 miles per hour. Get your cameras ready for the Hannah pass. Remaining flat. Off to our right-hand side is Red 7, that's squad leader Tom Hanscom. Tom is in his 2nd year on the team. He was Red 3 last year, former Typhoon pilot, former qualified weapons instructor on the Typhoon, as the synchro pair complete the Cyclone. As the synchro pair leads to our front, coming in from our left-hand side. You can see Red 9 diving down. He started closing in at over 450 miles per hour. Red 9 is Flight Lieutenant Patrick Kershaw, known as Paddy. Paddy lines up with Enid for review. And Red 9 climbs, smoking the red, the white and the blue, as Enid move off to our left-hand side. As Enid leads to our left-hand side, look directly to your front, you can see the nose lights twinkling in the distance of the synchro pair. Red 6 leading Red 7 on the way up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready. The smoke comes on, the synchro pair part for the world famous Synchro Hawk. off to the right, red 7 off to the left. They'll dive down once again. They'll have a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour. They're looking to pass each other within only 100 feet. They'll go unsighted at the very last minute in the opposition barrel roll. As the synchro pair leaves to our rear, coming in the left-hand side in the distance, you have Enid joined by red 8 and 9. Red 1 once again pulls them up at over 450 miles per hour. He'll turn to the right. And once again, get your cameras ready for the colourful Vixen break.
Holding back. Red. Break. Go.
As the break leads to your front, keep looking to your left, keep looking to your right. This time you've got red 6 coming in from the left-hand side, red 7 coming in from the right-hand side. Once again, a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour. Each aircraft will conduct a 360-degree aileron roll. Pull, go is the command from red 6 on our right-hand side as each aircraft starts to pull up. Pulling 5 to 6G, which means everything about them now weighs 5 to 6 times heavier as we do on the standing on the shoreline. They reach a height of over 3,000 feet, inverted 60 degrees nose before rolling the correct way up to complete the manoeuvre called the boomerang. Look towards your front, slightly to the right of the helicopter on the beach, and you'll see Enid running in with their white smoke in trail. Red 1 starts to follow up, the colour smoke comes on, and red 1 flies a barrel roll in the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky for the first part of the manoeuvre called the Serpent. As Enid passes, you can see us flying our favourite red, white and blue. That smoke colour is only capable due to the smoke pod that's underneath the belly of the aeroplane. That smoke pod is capable of producing approximately 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of blue smoke and 1 minute of red smoke, with each smoke colour having its own individual button on the pilot's control column. And during winter training, the smoke plan is designed to ensure that we have the right colour smoke at the right time in the display. You now see red 2, 3, 4 and 5 moved up alongside red 1. They're now looking 90 degrees left and right at red 1 while pulling up to 4G. An extremely hard manoeuvre to maintain under those G-forces. The smoke will come on to complete the Serpent with the Tango present. As Enid leaves to the left, once again look to your left hand side, you've got red 6, 7, 8 and 9 coming towards us. 6 rolls in. And he immediately starts to ease up, which means red 6 is now pushing up to minus 2G and conducts an inverted barrel roll. Red 6 working hard against those negative G, all the blood starts to rush to his head. As red 7, 8 and 9 hold on to his wing to complete the mirror roll. And the mirror roll is finished by red 8 and 9 performing the rollback. As Hannah leads to your right, look to your left hand side. And once again, you've got Enid running in. The smoke will come on. 2 and 3, roll goes, Reds. 2 and 3, roll to the outside. Clear goes, Reds. 4 and 5, roll to the outside. In one of the hardest manoeuvres for our new pilots to master each year, this is the robot. The motto of the Red Arrows is a class, which means excellence. And it means every single member of the team, from the very top to the latest member, is striving for excellence in everything that we do. Look directly to your front and you'll see Hannah running back in. Once again, you'll see her nose light twinkling in the distance. As I said, 2024 celebrates our 60th display season. Keep your eye on Reds 8 and 9. Red 8, smoking blue, Red 9, smoking red. As they enjoy a wonderful 60 in the sky for our anniversary break. And Red 6 and 7 breaking underneath the 60. Red 6 and 7 once again will pull up to approximately 1,000 to 1,500 feet before turning hard back toward the display line. They'll complete their last manoeuvre of the show. Once again with a close speed of over 800 miles per hour. Each aircraft looking to pass each other within only 30 metres. That's only 100 feet from wingtip to wingtip. Once again, get your cameras ready for the colourful, the dynamic, it's the synchro double roll. Once again with Reds 8 and 9, and get your cameras ready for the Vixen break. With Southport, it's been an honour and a pleasure. Please put your hands together for the 2024 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team. It's the Red Arrows! He'll gather the rest of the formation and take them back to Liverpool Airport where we're staying this evening.